I asked a really sweet guy for his number, plus all updates. After having virtually no human contact, in the sense of a relationship, for 2 years, I asked a man for his number. He worked as a car mechanic where I went once for a problem with my car. He was really sweet, and I could tell he tried to explain it as simply as possible and answer all my questions and doubts without making me feel stupid. After I left the mechanic, I kept thinking about him because it's not every day you meet someone who's patient and doesn't treat you like you're clueless just because you're a woman and not familiar with cars. A few days went by and I started to put the whole thing behind me until my car decided to start causing problems again. Instead of being annoyed, my first thought was, this must be a sign from God who wants me to see him again. I couldn't help but smile at how dumb it sounded in my head at first, but to be honest, I was glad for the damage. So I took my car back to the same car mechanic. When I walked in, he immediately recognized me and smiled, which made me feel a lot less awkward. We talked about the car issue again, and after he was done explaining what needed to be fixed, I finally asked, could I maybe get your number so I can give you a call if the car keeps giving me problems? Just in case you know. He then smiled and said, of course, and entered his number into my phone. I gave it a ring just to be sure. I wanted to be sure that it really is his number. A few days later, I received a message, and it was him. He wrote, just checking in to see if your car is behaving. We ended up chatting for a bit, and then after some while, he finally asked if I'm down to go for a walk with him. We've arranged to meet on Tuesday after both our work days because the weather is supposed to be nice. I'm really excited about it. Update. Good evening, or day, to everyone. I wanted to give you all an update since my story of how I met my mechanic got so much attention, and I was really overwhelmed by the number of kind messages, and also some bad ones, but let's not care about them. But first, I would like to clarify some questions and doubts which I got on the original post. He didn't intentionally break my car to see me again. I'm 98% sure about that one. The way I asked for his number had a sarcastic undertone that I probably wasn't able to convey effectively in the text. But in real life, with emotions and whatnot, he understood clearly that I didn't ask for his number to just have a car mechanic's number in my contacts list. Nope, no let him hit or give him a thank you BJ after the date. Thankfully, we don't have US hookup culture here. All right, now to the fun part we are all here for, the weather. So after much anticipation, our date day finally came. Of course, the weather forecast was once again a lie, and instead of a sunny and relatively warm day, it was cold and windy. So, instead of going for a walk, we switched things up and went to a cozy little cafe. We ordered some puff pastry pie, and we both sipped on some hot black tea. Believe me when I say that the best conversations are held while drinking Turkish black tea. There were some awkward moments at first, which is totally natural, I guess, but as we kept talking and telling about our lives, the conversation kept flowing more and more naturally. We talked about everything from our jobs to random life stories. He told me a bit about his family and how he ended up as a mechanic, and I shared some of my own weird and funny work experiences. What struck me most was how honest and sincere he was with himself, and he actually listened with interest to what I was saying. After like 2 hours, we finally decided to get up and start our way back. He walked me back to my car, still running fine, no car trouble this time, and after some final words and a promise for a second date, we said goodbye and hugged each other. Now, while writing this text and thinking about the day with him still makes me giggle like a little schoolgirl with a huge crush. I'm really glad that I asked for his number. So once again, thank you all for your kind words and your well wishes. It's still way too early to tell where this will go, but I'm staying optimistic. The next update will either be after his proposal or me with a broken heart. I prefer the former. What do you guys think? Let's discuss in the comments. Follow and like for more stories.